So, what's the best way that you can win the morning and have a really productive day? Well, honestly, it all begins the night before with your nighttime routine. I'm going to share with you some tips and tricks on how to have a productive night so you have a great next day. Hi, I'm Jennifer Drago, and I'm from Peak to Profit, where we help entrepreneurs grow profitable, sustainable, joyful businesses through laser focused strategy, vision, and goals. We also throw in a fair amount of productivity training and talk about high performance habits of entrepreneurs because those are also very important to achieve your wildly important goals. I've been doing this for over 30 years as a business strategist in large corporations and small nonprofits, and I'm so excited to be here today to share with you some of my tips for having the most productive days. So let's talk about, why do we need an evening routine? Evenings are supposed to be times when we are shutting down, we're recovering from work, and why do we need to think about getting ready for the next day? Well, it really helps us to prime us both for restful sleep that night. And our sleep is so important as an entrepreneur because we do creative work. We need to recharge that brain while we're sleeping. But it also then allows us to enter that next day with a sense of peace and calmness. When we do that, we can focus better and we can have more productive days. I bet that makes sense as I'm saying that. Now let's try to put it into practice. So what are the true benefits of an evening routine? Well, first, when you do some of the things we're going to talk about, it allows you to clear your mind for restful sleep. So we've all had monkey mind at different times in our lives, I bet, where you can't rid your head of the thoughts from the day. Your work, maybe some drama with a coworker, with a team member, maybe some family issues, maybe some worry, some anxiety. It's really important that you take time to help get those out, and we'll talk about how, so that you can have restful sleep. It also prepares your subconscious to help you with some of the things that you're dealing with, some of your struggles, challenges, and questions. And I'm excited to share a bonus tip with you at the end about that. It allows you to plan your morning so that you can start your day with focus. You can kind of hit the ground running, but in a calm and peaceful way, as we talked about. And then with the preparation you've done, you will start the next day calmly and peacefully, as we mentioned. So the elements of an evening routine. So first you need to plan your bedtime. This probably sounds like a no-brainer, and it is, but think about, when was the last time you intentionally thought of what time you needed to go to bed in order to allow yourself enough sleep to wake up and start your day in that productive manner. So really think intentionally about, what you need to do before bedtime. And as you're trying out elements of the nighttime routine, you may shift your bedtime, but you need to plan a bedtime and try to stick to it as much as possible, as well as plan this routine and stick to it and see about the impact that it has on your life. So as an evening routine, this probably also doesn't surprise you, but preparing yourself for the day ahead really does make your mornings easier and more productive. So if you're going to work out first thing in the morning, put out your workout clothes. If you have an early morning meeting, plan what you're going to wear, have it ironed and ready to go. If you prepare your workspace so that it's ready to go, so that as you enter your day and start your elements of your morning routine, your workspace is ready to go. And then the coffee maker. For me, coffee is life in the morning. So I actually have the pot set to brew automatically before I even get up. So I get up to a steaming hot, fresh brewed cup of coffee. So those are all important and can really help you win the morning. Other elements of an evening routine would be meditation and prayer, or prayer. So some people don't pray, and that's fine. I like to pray when I meditate, and for me, it's one practice. But Gabby Bernstein, who's a meditation teacher, she says, prayer is the time to ask for what you need, and meditation is the time to listen for those answers. And so if you haven't tried a meditation practice, I'm not going to cover how to do that here, but I do recommend that you try to do that. And research has shown that it's best to meditate actually twice a day. So once in the morning to clear your mind and prepare it for creativity, once in the evening to help remove the stress of the day. It's actually that second meditation of the day that can be more cathartic, more releasing of stress and anxiety than even the morning meditation can be. So I recommend trying to meditate at night, and again, calming your mind and clearing it of the day's struggles and challenges. Another element of a successful evening routine is planning your morning. So you don't have to plan your whole day, right? That would get you into thinking about work right before bed, but at least plan your big 3 tasks for the day so you know what's most important, because in the morning when you're fresh and you've completed your morning routine, you can get right to work on those big 3. You don't have any mental negotiation, you don't have any procrastination, because you've already thought about what's going to be most important the next day, and you can get right to work on it. Another element of the evening routine is journaling. And journaling in the evening is a little bit different than journaling in the morning. Journaling in the morning, if you've watched our morning routine video, tends to be more creative. The recommendation based on research has been to do long freehand journaling with a pen. At the end of the day, your brain is more analytical and tends to be a little more focused. And so this is a great time to note the accomplishments of your day and your positive experiences. And you will be so surprised. Again, this is research-based about positive event journaling. But when you start noting your accomplishments and your positive experiences that you had throughout the day, you actually begin to gather more of those and to notice more of those. And the accomplishments in particular really build your confidence at the end of the day. So many times, there's a book called The Gap and the Gain. It's by Benjamin Hardy and strategic coach founder Dan Sullivan. And so many times we focus on the gap. So maybe we plan to do 5 things today and we only got 3 done. Well, the reality is we got 3 done that we hadn't accomplished the day before. And so that's the gain that we should focus on, or the accomplishments, versus the gap, which is kind of what we're automatically set up to focus on, what we didn't get done. So really try this journaling technique and note your accomplishments at the end of each day. And I'm going to give you one more journaling bonus in just a second. But again, this is much like the morning routine, where you really have to personalize it to make it fit you and fit your evening. So select the elements that you like, trial them out, trial the order of how you get them done, and then choose the time frame that fits. So if you tend to be more creative in the evening and you're a night owl, you might be doing your evening routine at 11 o'clock at night. I'm probably asleep for a couple of hours by 11 o'clock at night, so mine's going to fit much earlier into my evening. But you really have to do what fits you and see the benefits. Make sure that you're seeing the benefits from the different elements that are recommended there. And here's a bonus tip. So Thomas Edison was famous for journaling at night, and in particular, asking questions of his subconscious. So he believes, and I believe this is proven that it's true, that your subconscious works while you're sleeping, and it can actually be really creative and help you to solve problems, challenges, or struggles in your life that you're facing. So if you ask questions or journal about the challenges that you're having before going to sleep, you're priming your subconscious to do some work while you're sleeping. And in some cases, this is how people have had creative breakthroughs. And they think about, those breakthroughs may come in the middle of the day at another time. They generally don't wake you up in the middle of the night, but it's an interesting concept to try. And as entrepreneurs, we always have more to do than there are hours in the day. So why not let our subconscious do some of that thinking for us? Now I'm going to offer you a free download to remind you of all the tips and elements of both morning and evening routines that will help you win the morning. Because remember, the morning sets your intention and sets the pace for the rest of the day. So we want to win the morning, and the way we win the morning is in part through our evening routines. So thanks so much for being here today. Please like this video if you found it helpful, and then subscribe to this channel so that you'll always be notified of our new weekly content. Thanks so much, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.